Hey, what's up guys, TonyDubs here, and today I'm doing a video review for the Logitech G231 Prodigy. Now this headset can be found for £50 on Amazon.co.uk and $50 on Amazon USA. Links will be down in the description below in case you're interested, including specs to Logitech's website. Without further ado, let's see what's inside the box and talk about the build quality before going into the sound quality and recording tests. And here we are close to the Logitech G231. So first of all, you can see the design. So the headset has a orange and plastic a grey look. It's not quite the most attractive headset in the world. However, I do like the fact that it's got orange accents and gives it a little bit of more personality. There's no other color options, at least at the time of reviewing. I do kind of like the plastic in terms of how light it is, but it does sound and kind of creak, so it does make you wary about its overall build quality in terms of the longevity of it. But nevertheless, the headset is comfortable. It can be extended to a reasonable amount around large heads. The drivers, due to being 40mm drivers, have large ear pads which fit comfortably over my massive ears, so you won't have any problems in terms of comfort. The pads can also be removed and washed if you so wish. They're very easy to remove if you want. I didn't find any problems in terms of wearing them with glasses, and given the fact that I've got a quite good padding at the top, means that despite its plastic feel, it actually feels very much comfortable on my head, especially for long periods of listening or gaming. Now the headset can be adjusted via its headband over here, very much simple, and it's got a metal assembly, which is always good. The microphone can be retracted, which is very nice, very handy inclusion. As you can see, like that, gets stored away into the headset and comes out, and it has a sort of a memory-esque cable included, meaning that you can adjust it for your particular style of talking. Now the headset is terminated by a non-removable braided cable. It comes out on the left hand side. As we go down the cable, you'll be able to see a little control pod. It has a mic mute button over here and a volume adjust, that's for the actual headset volume, and a little clip for a shirt. Very much handy to have, especially at this price point. It's very nice to see it included. Now the cable is actually terminated by a 3.5mm jack, which is silver plated, so no gold plating on either of the jacks, but this one connects directly to a mobile, so it means you can use it with a mobile device, or for example like a PS4 of sorts. As far as I'm aware, it is compatible with consoles, but I cannot test. Then you've got the PC connections, which is mic and line in, so feel free to connect these up to your PC. Bear in mind that you will need a sound card in order to better utilize the headset, because onboard sound is pretty much horrendous, but nevertheless, that's what Logitech has provided you with. Overall, I do like the build quality and the design, although I do feel it's a little bit flimsy, but I can't complain all that much given its price tag. It's pretty much a budget headset, so I don't expect to have premium materials included, nor a premium-esque look. But I can see people wearing this as a casual sort of thing and not be too bothered about it. So now let's go into the sound quality and recording tests. And we're back now, guys, so everything you can hear is coming directly from the headset and no longer the camera. So therefore you can hear a different sound quality. So let's talk about that, the recording quality first. Now personally I feel that it's nothing too special or nothing to brag about, I would say. The sound is a little bit muddled, but on the plus side it's not too boomy. It doesn't have too many popping sounds as far as my test went. So obviously the microphone positioning is going to be important in order to avoid getting those popping sounds. So make sure you experiment with that just a little bit, or even ask your friends to see how it sounds. But overall it does a decent recording. Has decent recording quality and a decent job. In my setup I've connected to a USB sound card, which is very cheap. You can find them from Amazon for less than £5, and I do all my tests like that because I use a Modmic 4.0 on a daily basis, and that's how I connect it up to my PC. The reason I use that and not a sound card is because I actually listen to music through an AV receiver, which bypasses any sort of sound processing. So when it comes to recording, all I need is something to bypass the internal audio interference found on motherboards. No matter your motherboard, I would highly suggest for recording quality purposes to get a cheap USB sound card, and this would be the same case for this Logitech headset. So recording quality, it's up to you to judge. You can hear it through YouTube right now. See what you think of it. Personally, I think it's decent given its price point. Now let's talk about its actual sound quality. Now for sound quality tests, I actually connected up to my AV receiver, and that's connected via optical via my PC, so bypassing any sort of problems I might have. And obviously I'm accustomed to the sound that comes out of my AV receiver and the music I play. Now, with the sound quality, I feel that it does very much reflect its price point. It's a £50 headset. You can't really expect the world of quality there, but nevertheless, I was very much impressed. It reminded me of the HyperX Stinger headset, which I had previously reviewed. Very impressive at its same price point at under £50. It's one of the best headsets I had heard, and this Logitech headset is very much in the same sort of category and same sort of class. I feel that it does a very, very good job. Despite it being a little bit muddy and a little bit V-shaped, or it is a V-shaped headset, it's still, given its price point of £50, it's very impressive. Now, let's talk about its lows. Now the lows, the sub bass extends to a reasonable amount, which is quite surprising at its price point, and meaning you do hear a nice rumble when it comes to explosions. The mid bass is muddled. It's a little bit overcrowded, shall I say. I wish it was a little bit more precise, but nevertheless it has a good impact. So if you're going to hear those massive gunfire shots, for example, in games, then it's going to come out pretty well on the headset. Again, be a little bit muddled. The mid bass does leak into the mids, meaning it does have a V-shaped sound signature. Yeah, V-shaped, just in case you forgot how a V looked. It has a V-shaped sound signature, and therefore the mids do sound a little bit recessed, but nevertheless they are accurate. They're not over emphasized in any respect, or too forward, or unbalanced, let's say. It does sound accurate, but again, it are pushed back. The highs do extend to a reasonable amount. They do kind of roll off on the top end, which is to be expected at the price point, but there's a decent enough of sparkle off with the highs, which leads me to say that it is a fun-ish a sounding headset. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, moving on to the soundstage, I feel that due to its big drivers, the sound is actually quite well presented. It does come from different directions. Just like the HyperX Stinger, I do feel you're a little bit claustrophobic and a little bit closed in terms of soundstage, even though they have big drivers as well. The sound does come from different places, but in terms of accurate positioning, you're not going to find these in headsets that are about £50. Unless you look for open back headsets, then you might get a little bit better positioning in game. But nevertheless, for this headset itself, I felt that its soundstage just felt a little bit closed. Nevertheless, you do get a decent width, but just lack that sort of depth in the soundstage. So, in terms of overall sound quality, given its price point, I think it does a very good job, especially given the fact that it's a £50 headset. Very impressive, especially in the US. $50, it's just like a giveaway, essentially, at that price, given for all the things you get. I should also mention you've got a mic mute button, which doesn't interfere with talking, so I'm going to mute it right now. I'm just going to continue speaking, and so hopefully you're able to hear that there was no sort of like switch noise made or anything like that, so it's very much instantaneous with the mic mute, so people that are on TeamSpeak or on Skype or whatever won't hear you muting yourself. It might seem very trivial to some, but for me, in my respect, it's very much important that I don't have to always tell people that I've muted my mic. I should also finally mention one more thing, is that playing music through the headset while speaking, so I'm going to play some music right now, you might be able to hear it at a very faint volume, especially when I'm talking. If I go quiet, that's a bad part of the song. Excuse me, Miss Indeed. You could probably hear Chris Brown in the background. So if you do go quiet, you will hear music playing through the headset itself. But on the plus side, you don't get any sort of static noise interference with the headset. Anyway, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this review. Again, unbiased, unpaid, independent review. Make sure you give it a like. You're not going to find many people like me out there to bring out flaws of products or say how good or bad they are. If you want to buy this product, make sure you check out links in the description below. It supports the channel. Like, subscribe, favorite, share, all that good stuff. You already know that. Alright guys, I've been totally dubbed. Hopefully you enjoyed this review. Take care and bye bye.